Hey makeup addicts, it's Miki. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a safe space so we can all unleash our addiction right here. Today I wanted to do a video where I showed you guys my favorite shades in 20 random palettes of mine. Originally I saw this video being done by LS and then Angelica because they were doing a collaboration. Prior to that, they had gotten the idea from Georgia Harris and Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. I will be linking all of that information down below so you guys can check all of them out. They're all awesome YouTubers. LS is my favorite, but the others are also really great and I really enjoy watching their content. So how I'm going to do this is basically I'm going to go through each of the palettes, swatch my favorite shade, and then at the end I'm going to show you them all laid out kind of in a more cohesive order than we're going to go right now. And I'm going to kind of digest if I made that palette for myself. What would I like about it? What would I not like about it? Would it be a full complete palette? And I would love to hear what you guys also think about the end result. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe down below so you can get updated on all my new content. Okay, the first palette that I have here is the Too Faced Stardust by Vegas Nay. My favorite shade in here, and I know from experience, is Showgirl right here. There is Showgirl right there. Showgirl is a warm bronze metallic color. Next I have the Urban Decay Urban Spectrum eyeshadow palette. This is horrible packaging. I really don't like this palette that much, but my favorite shade in here has to be Protest up here in the corner. Protest is a dark olive green with warm undertones. I've also got here the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. And my favorite shade in here is probably got to be Glitz. Glitz is a very light, warm, peachy pink with a frosted finish. This is the Lorac Pro Metal palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. And my favorite shade in here, even though these are all really awesome shades, is probably Amber right here. There is Amber right there. Amber is a warm copper metallic that's just so beautiful. In the Revealed Smoky palette, I would have to say that my favorite shade is this gold shade right here. I did name all of these shades because they didn't have names and I just felt like they should have names. So I termed this Arabian Nights. Okay, and Arabian Night that I named right there, that is just basically a warm gold metallic shade. This is the Naked 2. This was my first ever palette. And my favorite shade in here has got to be Verve. Verve right there. Verve is just a pewter with a frosted finish, a light pewter. Oh, it looks great. Great on the inner corner, great as a lid shade. It's just beautiful. And the Too Faced Peanut Butter palette, my favorite shade is Peanut Brittle. That is a warm copper color. In the BH Cosmetics Wild and Free palette, my favorite shade is this bottom periwinkle bluish purple shade. Then this one in the BH Cosmetics palette, the Wild and Free. This is a metallic periwinkle that looks great as a lid shade, under the eye, or just whatever kind of interesting eye look you're going for that day. This is one of my least liked palettes. I am not a huge fan, even though I was fairly excited to purchase this. Initially, I thought I was really gonna like Flame, but it turned out to be such a dud that I have to pick Bitter as my favorite. Bitter right here. This is just a very warm brown matte shade. It's great as a crease color. I have this Studio Makeup on the go. I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is a cool toned palette. I also have the warm toned one, and my favorite shade is the upper right corner right here. This is just a very pinky, pearly, white kind of frosted finish. This is the Studio Makeup on the Go Warm Palette. And my favorite shade, I don't know if you could guess it, but it's this one right in the middle. Shade in the middle. This is a peachy metallic with a little bit of a kind of copper feel to it, but not quite that bold, a little bit lighter than that. In the Makeup Geek MUA palette, my favorite shade is Cosmopolitan right there, which I actually already have in a single. This is a rose gold shade with gold flecks in it. This is also a great lid shade. In the Yes Please palette, you guys already know what my favorite shade is. It's this one right here, Chauffeur right here. Chauffeur is a beautiful orange, gold, metallic shade, but it's just that shift between orange and gold that really gets me, and I even think there's some gold flecks in here as well. In the Comfort Zone Wet n Wild palette, my favorite is this beautiful olive green. This is just an olive green color. It does have some gold in it, and it is a metallic. And the Urban Decay Wendy's Contraband. In the Urban Decay Wendy's Contraband palette, I barely like any of these, honestly. Ooh. All bad. Wendy loves this though. I want to say maybe Flash, I guess. Flash. It is a warm purple with almost an iridescence to it. It's a frost finish. In the Urban Decay Love NYC palette, my favorite has got to be Kush up here. Kush is a warm green with gold flecks of glitter, and this is a frost finish. In the 35 OM palette, I already know what my favorite is before even opening it. It's that brilliant red down at the bottom. It's awesome. This one right here. And there's a close-up of that red. And this is such an effortless, beautiful matte red. This is showing up a lot more brown than it actually is in person. This is a lot more of a blood red. In the Morphe 35U palette, I think my favorite is this orange. This is a great orange. This is a bright orange, metallic, mandarin kind of color. In the Morphe 35OS palette, oh man, I love a lot of these colors. Bridge. Okay. I think my favorite is this peachy orange right here. This is a very peachy orange metallic. And then finally, in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, my favorite shade, I think, is Little Lady, which is this one up in the corner. I don't know. This Creamsicle is also really nice. Which one do I like more? Okay, I think I'm going to go with Creamsicle just because I know this is a shade I will and can always use as a transition. I just love it. There's Creamsicle, which is perfect for a transition shade. It is an orangey, yellowy pastel shade, matte. So these are all the colors set up in a cohesive manner. Kind of going from the lightest to the golden, to the oranges and the bronzes, to the reds, purples, blues, and then finally greens. And that is all of my favorite shades from these 20 palettes. Okay, so what did you guys think? Do you think this would make a great cohesive palette? I kind of think it needs a little bit more deeper shades. Deeper shades aren't my favorite shades. They are just kind of there to complete a look for me. So it's not something I naturally gravitate towards. So that's why I didn't pick them. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, bye.